Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. This video is going to be TikToks about underconsumption, people living below their means, people using up things that they already have before buying new products, and people just reusing stuff that they already have. If you guys enjoyed the video, please remember to leave a like, a comment, subscribe, and let's get on with the video.
These are some ways I avoid overconsumption as someone who loves the environment and thinks wasting your money is stupid. First one might be controversial, but I just don't like to throw out things. Even if things are imperfect or not in the best condition, they still serve their purpose, and that's what matters most to me. One of the easiest ways to save money is to not constantly be replacing things. I've had this backpack since high school, and even though it's in bad condition, it still is very helpful when I travel. Instead of buying things, I try to use things I already have, so my curtains are actually bed sheets that I tied together. One time when I cracked my phone screen, instead of replacing the phone screen, I just used tape and it actually held together very well. Don't buy trash bags. I use paper bags that friends and family hold on for me, because why throw them out when you have them and you could find use for them? I've never had to buy a notebook because I use the envelopes from junk mail. Another way I underconsume is I don't use the full product. Like sponges, I'll cut in half so you get more life out of them. Paper towels, I'll just use a small bit when I'm cleaning. Even tissues, I feel like tissues are too big, so I just use a small portion. I was able to furnish most of my apartment for free. I was able to get this college dorm mattress and the bed frame for free. Someone I dog sit for was going to throw out this beautiful old KitchenAid, and I said, no, don't worry, I will take that off your hands, and it's been very helpful. Didn't have a chair until my workplace was giving these away. Instead of them throwing it away, I gladly took it. I also only like to have one of most things. One spatula, one cutting board, one cup. I only have one water bottle. I don't understand how people have like 20. I've had this one plate since I was in college because it's still in good condition and gets the job done. I also refuse to upgrade my phone every year with a new one coming out. I feel like they're basically all the same at this point. Any new technology in general, I'm just not interested in it. I'm happy with all the things I have. I also drive a very tiny car because it's just me and it feels very practical. Don't need a car with 5 seats and a huge trunk. It's just me. I don't understand why most people drive such big cars when they don't need half the space. My skincare routine is very minimal and simple. Even when I shower, I have soap and shampoo, nothing else. I refuse to do any online shopping, and I do not order takeout or go out to eat just because not only it helps save money, but I feel like it produces so much waste. When I see people reviewing fast food and all the plastic containers that comes with it, it just makes me so sad. I hate it. Don't keep anything plugged in. This might be more OCD instead of underconsumption. I don't know. To me, it just feels wasteful. Even my fridge, I'll keep it turned down to the lowest setting possible to still keep the food just cold enough. I don't even run my AC in the summer. I just find ways to keep my apartment cool. Most of my work clothes are the same clothes that I wore in college. Yes, even though I went to culinary school, we still had normal classes. I just don't care about clothes or their imperfections that they may have. As long as they serve their purpose, they're getting the job done, and I don't need to replace them and buy more. And that's my life of trying to save money any way I can and avoid overconsumption.
Here are 5 ways I underconsume as a high net worth individual. Number 1 is that I live in a small apartment, and I do live in a high rise, so I pay a little bit more than I necessarily quote unquote need to. However, I could probably afford to pay double or triple what I do pay in rent right now, and I actively chose not to because I want to keep my lifestyle expenses as low as I possibly can. I think it's really important to emphasize that just because you make more money doesn't mean you need to take on a higher financial burden, and it can actually set you financially free if you choose to keep your living expenses that are recurring every month lower than they need to be. Number 2 is that I make a consistent effort to cook at home for 95 to almost 100% of my meals. I go out for a meal maybe once a week. I would say once a week on average throughout the year, but I really don't enjoy going out to eat. And if I am going to go out to eat, it's because I'm being social. I'm making an active decision to be social, not because I'm being lazy and I'm just ordering out. Number 3 is I wear the clothes that I already have. I no longer shop trends, and I'm very intentional about clothes that I bring into my wardrobe. So when I do decide to buy something, it has to be something that I can wear a lot of different ways. I have a threshold. I need to be able to wear something 3 different ways if I'm going to buy it. I also make sure that the clothes I'm buying are made of high quality materials and that they fill an identified wardrobe gap. I no longer just buy clothes because I'm in the mood to shop. Because I also found in the past that I was buying things and then just never wearing them. So what was the literal point of doing that? Number 4 is that I use up products before I buy new ones. I've been project panning this year, and it's crazy that we have to give that a name. However, making the actual intention to do that has been life-changing for me because it takes a long time to get through a product, and it's very satisfying not only to collect empties, but to actually know that you are using up the stuff that you've had in your closet or your cabinet for such a long period of time. And it feels good to have less. And number 5, I am focused on my hobbies. I don't treat shopping like a hobby. I don't treat buying things like a hobby. Consumption to me is not a hobby. I'm filling my time with other things. And when I'm feeling an emotional need, which tends to be a reason why I would buy something in the past, I fill that time with other things. Hobbies don't have to be expensive. I like to read. I like to color. I walk. I cook. I do play tennis, so that's a little bit more of an expensive hobby, but you don't have to spend a ton of money on hobbies. You just need to be doing something to occupy your brain and occupy your time that doesn't involve buying stuff.
What would you do differently if your debt disappeared overnight? As someone who is paying off debt right now, there are so many things I would do differently. It's like, where do I even start? Hi, my name is Nicole, and I'm currently paying off the remaining $8,000 of my $30,000 of credit card debt. And if you're paying off debt, maybe this video came to you through the great TikTok algorithm, but there are some things that I will be changing and have changed once I pay off this debt and currently during my debt payoff process. Number 1 is not buying new clothes unless absolutely necessary. I used to be the girl that would buy a new dress and never wear it. I would buy clothes all the time because I just wanted to look so good. And honestly, like, aging has kind of destroyed my confidence in that way. I am in my 30s, but I feel like I'm 80 sometimes. Makeup is another thing that I will not be buying as much, and I have not bought as much. I now just buy the products that I love, and I'm not into the trends and latest brands and like new science. Like I just like what I like at this point. Any makeup that is not really my favorite, I am just slowly getting rid of. One thing that I'm having difficulty with is still going out to eat an uncomfortable amount, and this is something that I personally need to stop saying yes to because it costs me so much money.
I don't know what the key to sustaining this new underconsumption lifestyle is. As somebody who has lived an underconsumption lifestyle for years out of necessity because we just don't have money to buy extra stuff, I have seen all over my For You page people adopting this new underconsumption lifestyle, making a choice to not shop at Target and Home Goods and buying extra stuff. And first of all, I'm very proud of you because that can be really hard to do. But if you want to sustain that choice to live an underconsumption lifestyle, you have to be grateful for what you already have. Gratitude is the key to sustaining an underconsumption lifestyle. If you constantly are needing something new and bigger and next, you are going to fall right back into hyperconsumption and overconsumption. But if you are able to be grateful for the things you already have, it will be so much easier to say no to going to the store and buying things that you do not need. If you have a roof over your head, if you have food in your pantry, in your fridge, if you have a running vehicle and money for gas, you have everything you need. Gratitude is the key.
I hope everybody is enjoying the video so far. And if you are, let me know if you're having experience with underconsumption, if you are doing anything to downsize, reusing products you already own, all that good stuff. I'd love to know about it in the comments, and let's continue on with the video.
I haven't shopped in 10 months. June 20th to April 20th, 10 months. I'm so close to a year, I can taste it. And I'm not just gonna shop once I hit a year, just so we know, but just a reminder for people who are new here, my rules were no clothes, bags, shoes, or jewelry for a full year. I have not bought any skincare or makeup unless I completely run out and I don't have a replacement. The only makeup I've had to repurchase is mascara, which is crazy in 10 months. So I have a thing of empties. I'll do another empties video about what I've gone through, but it's been 10 months. It's been incredible. The mental freedom and clarity is so worth it. Like, no amount of stuff will ever bring me the freedom that I feel. It reminds me, like, I've been sober for almost 10 years, and everything drugs and alcohol promised me, recovery gave me tenfold. So I haven't shopped in 10 months. It's so close to a year, and when I hit a year, I'm gonna reevaluate, but we're almost there. 2 more months and it's been a year. If you want to join us, join us. It's incredible.
Have a hot take. Underconsumption, more interesting. It's cooler. Let me show you. You know what's fun? Secondhand furniture like this and this and this and this. Cat is technically secondhand too. You know what's cool? Reusing pasta jars. Best water vessel there is. What's the best decor? Plants that you've been growing for years. And then you take cuttings from your friends and then you make big plants for free. You feel like a magician. Like, this plant is probably like $100 and I got it for free. I just grew it from a single leaf. Plants are the best decor. Underconsumption, cool. You know what has better decor than Target? Thrift shops, vintage shops, Mother Earth. Thrifted, vintage, Mother Earth. Target cannot beat my $10 collection. Thrifted. Dried eucalyptus, a little flower in a jar. Got dried flowers. We got a bowl of shells. You know what's also cool? Creating things. Oh, I'm sorry. Did you catch me getting into my craft closet? Because I try to focus on creating instead of consuming all the time. Who made this stuff? Me. I crocheted this with my own hands. We have some little seashell magnets I made. You know what's also cool? Trying hobbies. Oh, what is that? Is that my surfboard? Because I have hobbies, because I wasn't afraid to be a beginner, and I got her off of Facebook Marketplace, focusing on being, not consuming. Who do you want to be instead of what do you want to have? Just a thought. Overconsumption, not cool. It's bland. Everyone looks the same. Prove me wrong. Prove me wrong. Let's get this straight. I'm only asking you to stop consuming so much because I care about you. It's not making you happy, and it's also destroying the planet. So let's like take a step back. Let's chill a little bit, consume less. Underconsumption. It's cooler. Thank you.
Everything you have ever owned still exists. I heard that earlier this year and I have not been able to stop thinking about it. Everything you have ever owned still exists on this earth, whether you donated it, whether you threw it away, whether you passed it on to someone else, it still exists. And most of it is probably in landfill. You do not need 5 purses in different colors. You don't need 4 pairs of sneakers. You need 1 pair of sneakers that will last you for years. And while I agree that it is your money, you should be able to spend it how you want to, I also think that overconsumption is killing the reward centers in our brain. It's killing the earth that we live on, and it's killing our bank accounts. You do not need a large amount of cheap clothing. You need a small amount of high quality clothes that are going to last you a long time. I am definitely guilty of going onto Shein and getting 10 pairs of clothes for $50. And while that is fun, just think about how quickly that stuff goes to waste, or it starts to look crappy, starts to fall apart. Then it just ends up in the landfill. I guess what I want to say is think about the footprint you want to leave on this earth and if it's worth it.
I'm frugal and these are some things I do to help pay off my debt. I don't have any streaming services, but I could connect my phone to the TV to watch YouTube or mooch off of someone if there's something that we really want to watch. I shop from my own closet and I rewear a lot of my old clothes, and I definitely don't participate in any fast fashion. I usually don't have my nails done, but when I do, I'll do them myself unless it's for a very special occasion. I cook 99% of my meals at home and I don't even have any food delivery apps on my phone, which is a huge money saver. I also pack my breakfast, lunch, and snacks every single day to bring to work so I don't have to spend any money on food. I try to fill my weekends with low cost or free activities so I don't spend $100 just by stepping out of my door, and I still get to have fun.
This is your friendly reminder that just because it looks good on an influencer, it doesn't mean it'll look good on you. Okay? I was influenced to buy these because what in the John Lennon astronaut are these?
It's June 1st. I'm going back on my no buy. I started my year on a no buy. It's time to go back. I took my braids out last night, washed it this morning, and put these twists back in. I needed something quick, easy. We're gonna have a bomb twist out later in the week, okay? Yeah, back to the no buy. I've been spending so much unnecessarily, and it's just time I get back on track. I'm just freshly back to work, so post mat leave, pay cut. I just need to be smarter with my money. So we're going on a no buy. Does anybody want to join me? We're just going to be more conscious about our spending and see what we can do in the month of June, because I just feel like I'm spending way too much money unnecessarily. So if you want to join me, let me know down in the comments.
And under consumer here, a list of things you do not need. You don't need their new water bottle. You do not need to buy new clothes or new shoes for every single event you go out to. You don't need to upgrade your iPhone literally every year. It's just a waste of money. You don't need the newest makeup or skincare item. You do not need those eyelash extensions. And if anything, the natural makeup or natural lashes is so in. This is the year to save your money.
My birthday today. I'm 46 years old, and guess what I did? I went to the thrift store and I bought 2 suitcases. I spent $11 on 2 suitcases because I am moving to Germany and I am getting rid of, donating, or selling anything that doesn't fit inside 3 suitcases. That's all I'm going to take with me, is 3 suitcases. 10 months ago, I sold or donated anything that didn't fit in my RAV4. And now that I'm moving overseas, I'm doing it again, only on kind of a much larger scale. I have never in my life had so few possessions, and I've never been more content. I realized that my stuff was holding me back from doing a lot of the things that I wanted to do. My stuff was a burden. Your stuff is probably a burden. If there's anything that you want to do, if you've been wanting to start your life over or be more adventurous or travel, and then you think, oh my gosh, what would I do with all of my stuff? You get rid of it. You sell it, you give it away, you donate it, and you go and live that big, beautiful life that you really want to live. You can always have stuff. You can always get more stuff. But I promise you, one day, you're going to be out of time. You'll be out of time.
Hey, so did you know that the average American only wears their item of clothing 5 times before it's either donated or thrown into the landfill? 5 times. That is absolutely ridiculous. And we as a society need to change that. Outfit repeating is not a bad thing. Wearing the same clothes over and over again, not a bad thing, not a weird thing. Wearing the same item is what we are meant to do. Clothes, yes, they're so fun. You can have little fashionable moments, whatever. But we are meant to buy things and keep them. Like, we need to have that mentality that when we bring something into our home, we're adopting it for life. Okay? It's like a pet. You are keeping that for a long time. So you need to invest in items that are higher quality. And if you can't afford to buy them new, I have great news. Secondhand stores, eBay, Poshmark. You can go to Plato's Closet, the thrift store. You can buy quality items there, secondhand, that will last you for years to come. Because we cannot keep up with the rate in which we are consuming here on this earth. The earth is screaming for us to stop. So I'm not saying never buy anything new, but I'm saying when you buy, consume responsibly. Because wearing an item of clothing 5 times is downright irresponsible. And like, to have the audacity just to throw it into the landfill, not okay. Not okay.
Alright everyone, that's all I have for that video. I hope you all enjoyed, and if you did, please remember to leave a like or comment, subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!